What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. Oh, I am exhausted today. Got home around 3 hours of sleep. No, I'm up doing my show. Anyways, how's everyone doing today? Oh, man, we got a few things we're going to talk about. Kyle Rittenhouse, the kid from Wisconsin who shot 3 people in self-defense and was later acquitted in a court of law, has written a book apparently, and that book is sparking some uproar. So we'll look at that. TrueSocial is filing a lawsuit against 20 different media companies, following in the steps of Elon Musk's company X. Trump's TrueSocial company is filing a lawsuit as well, or has filed one. I think it happened back in July 2022. A soldier blasts Biden. This probably was dumb. Amber Turd has been cut out of the latest Aquaman 2 trailer. Good. Arizona AG threatens legal actions against officials who want to hand count the ballots of 2024. And then Biden's poll numbers have dropped again, apparently. So yeah, that's what we got today. We'll see if I can make it through everything because I'm fading fast. Okay, yeah. So, all right. So yeah, make sure you follow me at officialwghost on X. Follow me here on Rumble, rumble.com/withghost, and then my gaming channel, rumble.com/gamingwithghost. Check me out there. Oh. Today's gonna be a quick one. I can already feel it because I'm fading really fast. Hold on. So I just doing something real quick. All right. So Kyle Rittenhouse has written a book about, I'm thinking about his court case. And it's obviously caused an uproar because it's Rittenhouse, and some people continue to promote the false lies of Rittenhouse. Some people say that he killed 30 black people. Not true. Some people like to say that he carried his gun over state lines. Not true either. A lot of people would be surprised to know that. All right. Kyle Rittenhouse is releasing a book about his experiences with the news causing outrage on social media. In August 2020, a then 17-year-old Rittenhouse fatally shot 2 men, 36-year-old Joseph Rosenbaum and 26-year-old Anthony Hubert, at a protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin, using a semi-automatic AR-15 style assault rifle. He also injured 26-year-old Gage Grosowitz, who's since changed its name. Rittenhouse said that the 3 shootings were self-defense. The teen's trial was divisive, but on November 19, 2021, Oh, that was a couple days ago. Shit, I didn't realize it was that long ago that he was acquitted. Rittenhouse was acquitted on all charges. 2020-year-old shared the cover of the book acquitted to his social media account on November 20th. Pre-order my book today, he posted to his 26,000 Instagram followers, while on X, formerly Twitter. Rittenhouse described his book as a story of survival, resilience, and justice. 2 years ago today, accused of unjust charges, I heard not guilty 5 times over from a jury of my peers who heard the facts, he told his 1.1 million followers. My case split the nation into opposing sides fueled by emotion, politics, and misconceptions driven by media and political figures. Today, I want you to learn the truth and know the real, honest version of my story without filters or an agenda. Or, you could just watch the trial, which is free on the internet. Acquitted and pending release divided social media users, with social media users at Matthew Meadows calling the book repulsive. Really? Not even worthy of being a doorstop. Jane T wrote on X, sickening. Essence View said, just what we need. This is completely absurd. At Crypto Coin Hoodle. I just don't understand how anyone can milk the death of 2 people for every dime they can get, wrote at Monderfake. Yeah, considering he's being sued a bunch of times. Others defended Rittenhouse, with at Tesla Cowboy writing, this country needs a million more like you. Stay strong and true, Rittenhouse. God is on your side, said at Detroit Traders. Kyle, you're a hero for standing your ground and protecting 2A. Wrote Donosky on X, while at Candace Can 88 said, I'm glad justice prevailed. Newsweek reached out to Rittenhouse for comment via Instagram. After the shooting, Rittenhouse was charged with first-degree intentional homicide, attempted first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree reckless homicide, and 2 charges first-degree reckless endangering safety. I wonder if they're going to mention it. Yeah. Here's what they don't mention. He was also charged with a 3rd one. I can't remember what it was. A misdemeanor, maybe? Basically carrying a firearm while a minor. But the state could not prove that it was illegal for Rittenhouse to be carrying the firearm as a minor, and therefore the judge dismissed that charge. See, this is what happens if you don't actually watch the trial. You don't notice things because they don't write about it. Although the 3 men Rittenhouse shot were white, the protest was in response to an incident involving Jacob Blake, a 29-year-old black man who was arrested from the waist down after being shot by a white police officer, Rustin Shesky, in August 2020, making race a key theme throughout Rittenhouse trial. Yeah. Also, they decided not to put in that Jacob Blake, the 20-year-old black man, was shot as he was reaching inside his vehicle, could have been for a weapon. And the only reason the police were talking to Jacob Blake is because he violated his restraining order and was intimidating or threatening, something like that, his baby mama. And so his baby mama called the police to come save her, which they did come and save her. That's what those riots were about. This scumbag, Jacob Blake, who went out of, ignored a restraining order, went to a place where he was not welcome. And then the police showed up, and then he reached into his vehicle, and that's when he was shot. After being acquitted in November 2021, Rittenhouse said he supports the Black Lives Matter movement, claiming he was at the demonstration to protect businesses and provide medical assistance. David Hancock, a spokesperson for Rittenhouse, told Newsweekly in January 2022 that Rittenhouse had plans for a book describing it as a young man's very unorthodox journey into manhood or adulthood and what it took to make it and the lessons he learned along the way. In January 2023, Anthony Hubert's father, John Hubert, filed a civil suit against Rittenhouse for wrongful death, while Gross Grits sued Rittenhouse for emotion, stress, humiliation, loss of enjoyment of life, and other pain and suffering. The state of Joseph Rosenbaum also filed a wrongful death case against Rittenhouse in August of this year, compensating and punitive damages. Although there is no release date for Rittenhouse's book on social media or his website, the book is available pre-order on his website. And all these lawsuits are complete bogus. Anthony Hubert, that's the guy who attacked Rittenhouse and hit his head with a skateboard, Anthony Hubert's skateboard. So he was shot because he attacked in a deadly manner. Grosskreutz, he didn't get shot until he admitted this on stand. He didn't get shot until he pointed a gun at Rittenhouse. He admitted that on stand. And Joseph Rosenbaum, he clearly attacked Rittenhouse. I think if you get found like innocent, and I mean like, not guilty by jury peers, that should make you immune for a lawsuit of anything. Like, if you're found by a jury of your peers to be not guilty, that should automatically immune you from any civil lawsuits regarding the incident itself. It's my opinion. It's ridiculous. The guy's getting sued by a bunch of people who they should be suing. And Anthony Hubert's father, John Hubert, is suing the city, but he also tagged on Rittenhouse. You just solely sue the city because it's the city's fault. If the city had deployed police and prevented this riot from ever happening, and guess what? These people would still be alive. Of course, if they, were intelligent individuals and decided not to try and kill someone for putting out a fire and being alone, they also wouldn't be dead. So, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, Rittenhouse is causing a stir again. Good. Fuck these people. But yeah, like I said, it's ridiculous because there's people out there today that still think that Rittenhouse went and killed a bunch of black people. It's a big thing that I hear a lot of time. He just shot a bunch of black people. And then you get fucking dumbasses like Mark Ruffalo, who calls a pedophile Joseph Rosenbaum as a cute nickname. We all remember you, JoJo. Yeah, how must that his victim feel that Joseph Rosenbaum's name is being bandied about by the Hulk and calling JoJo cute nickname. All right. So here we go. Trump is suing TrueSocial files, TrueSocial platform. Fucking hell. Donald Trump's platform, TrueSocial, files a defamation lawsuit against 20 media companies. I was going to try and find the complaint, but it's a pain in the ass. So I couldn't really find any information because I wasn't going to go to the news because they're not going to report it, honestly. Let me just make sure everything's Gucci. I should have done this earlier. All right, good. Sorry about that. Just had to make sure. Anyways, so yeah, I tried to find the original document on this or look it up, but I have no skills at doing this, so I was not able to because I wanted to read what the complaint was. I couldn't really find it, and I don't want to go on to news outlets because it's just kind of bullshit and probably leave out of my shit. So instead, I'll just make everyone aware of this. This happened in July, I believe, if I remember right. So it's Trump Media and Technology Group Corp. Those are the plaintiffs, the ones suing, and it's versus Guardian News and Media LLC, Hollywood Reporter. Sorry. LLC, the McClanky Company, LLC, D/B/A Miami Herald, Alex Mina, Reuters News Media. Sorry, just gonna shoot this. There we go. Rolling Stones LLC, Next Star Media, Inc., D/B/A, The Hill, Deadline Hollywood LLC, the Accreditive Capital LLC, D/B/A, Benzinga, MarketWatch.com LLC, Forbes Media LLC, Axios Media Inc., The Daily Beast Company LLC, D/O Media Inc., D/B/A, Gizmod, Salon.com LLC, New York Daily News, Newsweek, MSNBC Cable LLC, Media LLC, DMG Media Ltd, D/B/A, Daily Mail, and CNBC LLC. Those are the defendants. Yeah, so it named like roughly 20 media companies. Kind of funny, honestly. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So just to follow up on the X lawsuit, here's portions of the original the original document. Kind of outlines what they're being sued for, what they did, and all that stuff. That's what I wanted for Trump one. Okay. Sorry. So again, this is the X one. This isn't the Donald Trump one. For those who don't know, X Corp is suing Media Matters. I think in a fraud case, if I remember correctly. Anyways, so this is what they're suing them over, at least a portion of it. Media Matters executed this plot in multiple steps. At X's internal investigations have been revealed. First, Media Matters accessed accounts that had been active for at least 30 days, bypassing X's ad filters for new users. Media Matters then exclusively followed a subset of users consistently entirely of accounts in one or two categories. Those known to produce extreme fringe content and accounts owned by X's big advertisers. The end result was feed precise design by Media Matters for a single purpose: to produce side-by-side ad content placement that could be screenshot in an effort to alienate advertisers. But this activity still was not enough to create the pairing of advertisement and content that Media Matters aimed to produce. Media Matters therefore resorted to endless scrolling, refreshing its unrepresentative hand-selected feed, generating between 13 to 15 times more advertisement per hour than viewed by the average X user. Repeatedly, this inauthentic activity until it finally received pages containing those results it wanted: controversial content next to X's largest advertisers' paid posts. Media Matters omitted mentioning any of this in a report published on November 16, 2023, that displays instances Media Matters found on X of advertisers' paid posts featured next to neo-Nazi and white nationalist content. Nor did Media Matters otherwise provide any context regarding the forced, inauthentic nature and extraordinary rarity of these pairings. However, relying on the specious narrative propagated by Media Matters, the advertisers targeted took this pairing to be anything but rare and inorganic, with all but one of the companies featured in the Media Matters piece withdrawing all ads from X, including Apple, Comcast, NBC, and IBM, some of X's largest advisors. Indeed, in pulling all advertising from X in response to this intentional deceptive report, IBM called the pairing an entirely unacceptable situation. Only Oracle did not withdraw its ads. The truth bore no resemblance to Media Matters' narrative. In fact, IBM, Comcast, and Oracle's paid posts appeared alongside the fringe content cited by Media Matters for only one viewer out of more than 500 million on all of X. Media Matters, not a single authentic user of X platform, saw IBM's, Comcast, or Oracle's ads next to that content, which Media Matters achieved only through its manipulation of the XOR algorithm as described above. And in Apple's case, only 2 out of the more than 5 million active users saw its ad appear alongside the fringe content cited in the article, at least one of which was Media Matters. Media Matters could have produced a fair, accurate amount of users' interaction with advertisements on X via basic reporting, following real users, documenting the actual organic production of content, and advertisement pairing. Had it done so, however, it would not have produced the outcome Media Matters so desperately desired, which was to tarnish X's reputation by associating it with racist content. So instead, Media Matters chose to maliciously misrepresent the X experience with the intention of harming X and its business. So there you go. So that's why that's the portion of why Donald or X is suing Media Matters. Which honestly sounds really bad. These fucking Media Matters people clearly had an axe to grind. They were, for those who may not understand, obviously advertisers don't want to be anywhere near any neo-Nazi racist shit because they think it might hurt their brand, etc. Because advertisers, they cater to the loudest voice. If a lot of outrage happens, look, no one intelligent, if they see an advertisement next to a neo-Nazi, whatever, no one in their right mind or intelligent thinks that means, say Apple has a advertisement for content on about some neo-Nazi whatever. Apple, no one in their intelligent mind thinks Apple endorses whatever this guy's saying. They just realize this guy has a large following, or is the algorithm is saying this guy has a large following. It gets a lot of viewers. Let's put your logo in front of them so they'll buy it. Companies are interested in making money. The best way to make money is put your logo, your brand in front of as many people as possible. And Apple doesn't give a shit about, racists and shit like that. Money's green regardless. That's all they really care about. So it's dumb, really. This whole thing's really dumb. Just fail on Media Matters. And apparently it did such a poor job that, X was able to find out about it. I don't know if that's a common thing, but yeah. And and apparently the Attorney General Ken Paxton opens investigation into Media Matters for potential fraudulent activity. So not only is Media Matters getting sued by a civil lawsuit, they're also they may possibly end up getting some criminal charges going on. Because in Texas it doesn't, they don't fuck around with that shit. All right. All right, so there we go. All right, so this soldier is dumb. I'll explain why in a little bit. But first, let's listen to something he says. He may say something smart, but in the end, he's dumb, regardless of what he says. No matter how intelligent he says, just remember, he's dumb. All right.
But it won't do any good. I want to share something with you guys today. I want to holler, I want to scream, I want to yell, but it won't do any good. Today is gear turn-in day for me. I turn in all the gear that I've collected over the last 4 years of being active duty with the Army, with the 82nd Airborne Division. 2 years ago, my unit deployed to Afghanistan for the Afghanistan withdrawal. We spent a few weeks over there. It was hectic. It was chaotic. It was disgusting. And it made me very disappointed in our government. Today, I'm reminded of how disappointed I am in our government. go to turn in my gear, they want to charge me $500 to $1,000 for gear that I was ordered to leave in Afghanistan 2 years ago. Because as the last two birds were sitting on the tarmac, ready to leave, there wasn't any room for extra gear or extra weight. Therefore, we were told to leave it. Some lower enlisted dudes, including myself, were like, no, this stuff is expensive. I'm not leaving this. I'm going to get charged for this when it comes time to leave. Don't worry. We're going to catch you on the back end. We'll flipple it. No. It's time to get out of the Army, and they want to charge you for that. Meanwhile, we can continue to give millions of dollars to the Taliban. We can give billions of dollars to Ukraine. We can give billions of dollars to student debt relief.
To be fair, we didn't end up giving billions of dollars in student debt relief. So that's inaccurate.
We can give a bunch of stupid stimulus checks. We can cut those to the American people. But we can't cover $500 to $1,000 for a dude that left gear in Afghanistan, for a dude that left gear in a place that you put me to begin with. The government is so stinking backwards right now, man. This administration's last priority is the American people. And inside of the American people, their last priority is their soldiers, their Marines, their airmen, their Navy. So messed up, man. I thought today was going to be bittersweet getting out, but I'm just so happy to separate. I'm very, very excited to stop serving my government and just getting started serving my country. Sad.
Today is November 20th. This is the amount they want to hit me with leaving service, $3,561. I'm not asking for help, but if you wanted to help, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to swallow my pride for the sake of my family and post my Venmo in the comments. Thank you so much.
All right, so there you go. So, obviously this is really fucked up. I totally easily believe that they were ordered to, hey, drop this shit, just leave it, we'll catch you back. They do it all the time. We'll catch you on the back end. Totally believe that. See that. So this is really fucked up. Here's the thing. This is dumb. Here's why. Until you get those that DD-214, and until you get that those orders, the Army still owns your ass. At least until you get that DD-214, the Army still owns your ass. So you do this, put on blast. You may end up catching some grief over it. You might end up having some issues over it. The government is nothing but vindictive. So, unless he already has his DD-214, then he can just say, wipe his ass with them. Go fuck himself. So hopefully he does have his DD-214. For those who don't know, DD-214, basically it's like your report card at the Army, and it kind of proves that you are officially separated from the military. Even you'll get it, like you can get it before you actually even get any separation. If I remember right. It's been a minute. But yeah, you can get it at some point. You get it at some point. But there's a joke. Until you get that piece of paper, you're actually still in the Army, regardless of what your plans are. So they still own you. So I hope he has D-214. This sucks. It's really fucking annoying that we're, this guy's getting he is a kid. He's 24, more than likely. Specialist after 4 years, or 4 years specialist, getting out. Yeah, most definitely probably 24. But he's getting hit by, with $3,000 in charge, or nearly $4,000 in charges. And that really sucks ass, in all honesty. And I hope he's able to find a way out of it. But you got to just be really goddamn careful when you do something like this, because the Army, like I said, they own your ass until you get that piece of paper that says they no longer own your ass. That's something to keep in mind. But again, it's really fucked up. He gets ordered to leave. That's why you got to have some of these orders and helps prove it. So hopefully he's getting some money for this. Might even get more. For all we know, he may. For all we know, he might have gotten all straightened out, and then he's just leaving his Cash App and everything up on there so people can send money to him. But probably not. But hopefully he gets that money, or the Army just says, no, fuck it, not your fault. That'd be good. All right, let's move on. So the Turd, Amber Turd, has been cut out of the latest trailer of the Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. So this is a trailer. We'll watch it. We'll just watch it. Why not? Fuck it. But just to prove that Amber Turd's not in here, which is good. So let's watch it. I've already watched it, so I'm not going to pay that much attention.
Boy, talking to the fishies? You and me, son, are different. We're special. We're connected to the land and the sea. I can't wait to introduce you to all the majestic creatures on our planet. Show you how awesome this world can be. Yeah, you and me. I'm gonna kill Aquaman. Even if I have to make a deal with the devil to do it. Free me from my prison, and all my power will be yours.
The key to this prison is the royal bloodline itself.
He needs us. We're the end of the bloodline. No, we're not. Yeah! Manta took Junior.
He must be stopped.
I'm coming for you. We'll destroy everything he holds dear. You want blood? Come get it!
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Tickets on sale now. Rated PG-13. Only in theaters December 20th.
So as we can see, even Atlanta showed up. So as we can plainly see, even Atlanta showed up. So Atlanta shows up and does her thing, but you don't even see a whisper of Amber Heard. So just interesting is all. Sorry, I just got paid my giant fucking check. I'm very excited. All right. But as we can see, Atlanta even shows up. That's Aquaman's mother, but we don't, we see the kid, the father, the mentor, all that. But Amber Heard doesn't show at all, which is good. Fuck Amber Heard. She fucking goes out, ruins some guy's life, and not some guy, Johnny Depp's life, with false accusations. Turns out none of it was fucking true. And then finally, shockingly, she's, all of a sudden it's, oh, wow, X, Y, Z. I mean, we all find out the truth. She's the abuser. She's the aggressor. I mean, there's still simps that are like, oh no, she's the she's innocent, whatever. And there's been a lot of calls for her to be cut out of the movie after the trial due to the blatant lies she told everyone. Calling Johnny an abuser, accusing him of being an evil person, etc. And it turned out pretty much all of, not more of it, was untrue. So that's basically what it is. It's just really annoying is all. None of it was at all accurate at all. It was all complete and utter bullshit. And nothing's really happened to her, in all honesty. Nothing really evil, not evil, but nothing really bad has happened to her. She's living in Spain, kind of still living her life and everything. But there's no real consequences for what she did. Which is, it's just irritating to me, honestly. Anyways. All right. So let's get to it. All right, Arizona AG threatens legal action against officials who hand count ballots in 2024 election. Doing some things. So Arizona election in 2022 is still having negative consequences for election security in the Sun Belt state. The Arizona Attorney General, Chris Mays, has threatened legal action against Mojave County officials if they dare to hand count ballots in 2024. Apparently, this is county ballots manually instead of automatic tabulating equipment. Dear supervisors, I understand that you will be voting tomorrow on whether to direct Mojave. If I blow this thing up a little bit. So it says, I understand you will be voting on whether to direct the Mojave County Election Department to count ballots for 2024 election by hand rather than automatic tabulating equipment. Before you take the vote, I want to make sure you know that a yes vote would direct your election department to violate the law. As Arizona Chief Law Enforcement Officer, I have an obligation to warn you that the legal consequences would be serious. Equally important, I am concerned that this board has received incorrect legal advice from bad faith actors who are attempting to sow doubt in Arizona's elections and ultimately undermine Arizona's democratic process. Full hand accounts are impractical to perform within the time permitted to certify election results, less accurate than tabulating machines. More important, are illegal under Arizona law. The results delay inaccurate results and illegal procedures from hand counts will then be used to call into doubt valid election results. The board should not endorse this attack on the democratic process. So this AG lady is apparently trying to throw her weight to prevent this from preventing hand counts due to lack of trust in the machines that they've been using. I just read all that. Arizona continues to hide behind opaque, private, unelected, unaccountable voting machine companies to erect a wall between voters and their votes. The Arizona swing state, it should be added, has featured prominently in controversial elections over the year. Prior to becoming governor, Secretary of State Katie Hobbs certified her own election victory over statewide objections to the way the 2020 election was run. Cochise County vote to delay certifying the results of the midterm elections in order to more closely inspect the state's voting machines. The letters also note in 2022, Cochise County engaged in misguided illegal efforts to do a full hand count audit of the ballots cast in 2020 elections. The Superior Court concluded that this was unlawful. The Court of Appeals agreed. In December 2022, following the reported defeat of Arizona gubernatorial candidate Carrie Lake, and I don't even know what the fuck this is. Anyways, I don't have to. Energy for this. Anyways, basically the AG is like, hey, you try to do this, it's illegal. Apparently, trying to hand count votes because you don't trust the machines are illegal in Arizona. I'm sorry today, I just don't have the energy, and I got some shit I need to do now. So I got paid. Shockingly, I got paid early. Normally I don't get paid this one. All right, presidential Joe Biden's approval ratings have declined to the lowest levels of his presidency, 40%, as strong majorities of all voters disapprove of his handling of foreign policy. The Israel-Hamas war, according to the latest national NBC news poll, what's more, the poll finds that Biden behind former President Donald Trump for the first time in a hypothetical general election matchup. Although, okay, let's make that right. Under a poll that NBC conducted, for the first time in a hypothetical general election matchup. Although the deficiency is well within the poll's margin of error for a contest that is still more than 11 months away. Erosion for Biden is most pronounced along Democrats, a majority of whom believe Israel has gone too far in its military action. In Gaza, among voters aged 18 to 34, and with a whopping 70% of them disapproving Biden's handling of the war. I do not support his support of Israel, said Meg Furry, 40, a Democratic from Austin, Texas. I said August. Failed promises, student loans, foreign policy in general, said Democrat Psycho Shelley. He's 23 of San Diego, when asked why he disapproved of Biden's job performance. Joe Biden is at uniquely low points in his presidency, and a significant part of this, especially within the Biden coalition, is due to how Americans are viewing his foreign policy actions, said Democratic pollster Jeff Horwitz, Hart research associate who conducted this survey. The Republican pollster Bill McDurfer of Political Opinion Strategies. McInturf says he can't recall another time when foreign affairs not involving U.S. troops transformed American politics landscape. Poll is a stunner, and it's stunning because of the impact the Israeli-Hamas war is having on Biden, he said. But Horwitz cautioned that Biden can bring this disaffected Democratic Union voters back into the fold. Probably could. These are people who have proved track record and voted for Biden and Trump, or Democrats. And he added, there's plenty of times, more potential political surprises to come between now and Election Day 2024, which could see the political landscape transform again. Jury verdicts and Trump trials, unforeseen events, both foreign and domestic, and rigor of a campaign all have a funny way of ending what may be true today. According to the poll, 40% of registered voters approve of Biden's job performance, while 57% disapprove, representing Biden's all-time low in approval and all-time high in disapproval in a poll since becoming president. It's a slight overall change from September, when Biden's approved ratings was 41, which was then tied with his previous low in the poll. Yet, what stand out was in the new survey is the shift amongst voters ages 18 to 34. September, 46% of these voters said they approved Biden's job performance. Now, Biden's approved rating dropped to 31% among those voters. And another low for the president, just 33% of voters approve of Biden's handling of foreign policy, which is down 8% from September. This compares to 60%, which includes 30% of Democrats who say they disapprove of Biden's handling of foreign policy. and only 34% of all voters approve of Biden's handling of the Israeli-Hamas war, versus 56% who say they disapprove. By party, only half Democrat voters, 51%, say they approve of Biden's handling of the war, compared the majorities of independents, 59%, and the Republicans, 69%, who say they disapprove. On the economy, fewer than 4 in 10 voters, 38%, say they approve of the Biden's handling of the issues, which is up 1 point from September. Wow, whole point. The NBC News poll conducted in November 10th to the 14th comes more than a month after October 7th, Hamas attacks on Israel, which killed more than 1,000 Israelis, and subsequent war in Gaza, which has killed 1,000 more Palestinians, according to Gaza health officials. The polls find a plurality of American voters, 47%, believe that Israel is defending its interests in the war and that its military actions in Gaza are justified. By comparing 30% of thinking that, look, okay, I do think their actions are justified. They were attacked first, so they respond and attack. What's not justifiable is how many innocent Palestinians they're killing. They're killing a lot. They're targeting hospitals. Yes, I understand. Oh, there's, the Hamas is hiding in hospitals and shit like that. All right, cool. That really sucks, but you shouldn't be killing innocents. And then they cut off power, electricity, humanitarian stuff to Gaza Strip, too. Again, a good military tactic, but a very poor humanitarian act. So, yeah, like I think their actions are justified as Hamas attacked them first. But the fact that they're killing a lot of civilians is inexcusable. By comparison, 30% think that the Israeli military actions have gone too far, not justified. Another 21 says they don't know enough to have an opinion. Yet among Democratic voters, 51% believe Israeli has gone too far, versus 27% who say Israeli military actions are justified. While a majority of voters support the United States providing military to Israel, almost half of Democrats, 9%, they say they oppose the aid. All right, I'm not reading the rest of this because I've read it 1,000 times. All right, there we go. Sorry about today. I'm fucking tired. I'm on the verge of fading right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment, check me out tomorrow, of course. There's a chance I won't be streaming Thursday. I will make sure to post that on X if I find out about where I will or not. I don't know for sure yet, so just be on the lookout for that. Hope you have a good day. Peace out. See you later.